All right, we are about to catch something out of this pen of meat birds, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. These are our newest ducks. We actually drove over an hour away, almost an hour and a half, and met a really nice subscriber of our channel and got these. These are actually called hookbill ducks, or simply people just call them hookbills. And they're just awesome. We're super excited to have them. As you can tell, there's 5 of them, different colors. They're pretty good size. So there's actually 3 different varieties or types, I guess you'd say. There's the dusky, or called dark, and that's what those are over there. You can see they're that nice, pretty dark brown. And then there's what they call the white bibbed, and I think that's what this pretty one is right here. You can see it's kind of getting up in there in the middle, but it's got some brown like the dusky or the dark ones, but it's also got that white bib on the front. And then there's the white version. And so this one you can see is a little dirty underneath, but for the most part is completely white. And what I've been reading, and the guy we got them from said that that's fairly rare. So we're hoping that one will stay completely white. So we will see. And these are probably gonna change as they grow. So, but that's my best guess on their variety right now. So we are really excited to have these ducks here on our farm. They're actually the oldest domestic duck in Europe. They're raised primarily for eggs or like ornamental purposes. They're a lighter bird, so they're not as big and meaty as our Rowans or some of those that we have, but they're excellent egg layers. They're actually very excellent at sitting on a clutch of eggs and hatching those out. They're good mothers. They're very docile and sweet-tempered, so we're just really excited to have them. All right, final thing about them, and then they're gonna get a little haircut and we're going to put them with the rest of the ducks. These are an endangered species. So that is one reason when we were contacted about raising these, we jumped at the chance because we would like to do what we can to keep this breed around. So these are pretty special. We're gonna try to take really good care of them. And actually the guy that we got them from is working on getting set up and going to be selling hatching eggs for these. He has a whole bunch of these. He's doing his part to keep this breed going. And so if you're interested in that, let us know and we will get you in contact with him. All right, so you can see I've got one here. You can see their hookbill name comes from the fact that they actually look like they have a hooked bill. And that's for a specific reason. These originated in the Netherlands and they were raised in the canals. And so this beak helped hunters identify domestic ducks from the wild ducks they were hunting. And these guys were actually expected to forage for all of their food in those canals, and they did that successfully. So hence the name hookbill. And so we're really excited about having them here. They'll be able to forage. We've got a lot of property they can forage on. And so we're just really excited about having these here and blending them into the rest of our ducks. Okay, so we are not gonna clip wings today. I'm just gonna go introduce these to the group because ducks do not grow their final set of feathers until they're about 15 weeks of age, and these are not that old yet. So I'm hoping to get them in with the group. The group is mainly runner ducks and more like ground type ducks. So I'm hoping that they're gonna stick around with them because they're not ready to fly yet anyway. And so around 15 weeks of age is when they'll have their final set of feathers. And they're gonna go through several sets in the meantime. So it really would do no good for me to clip, and it's unnecessary. If you do have ducks that fly, you'll want to clip their wings annually, as ducks go through a molt usually late summer or fall, and you will start seeing feathers on the ground. And at that point, if you have flying ducks and you don't want them flying, you better be paying attention because it's time to re-clip. We can talk about that later on another video. There's various ways of doing that. Clipping one wing to just keep them off balance enough to keep them on the ground. Just different things like that. So we can do a wing clipping video at another time. All right, let's go meet your friends and get out of this hot cage. There's their new friends. They're having a morning dip. We're gonna try to get them to come in here. These do not stay in here. They found a way out, but we're gonna try to get them in here for today so they can get acquainted. I'm pretty sure that's their way out, that little hole right there. There's 2 of them. Our pond is getting lower because we need rain. So we're gonna plug these holes for a bit, see if we can get these in here, just for at least today.
Oh, there's one.
All right, so they're showing that that's their entry and exit. Why don't you go grab the pool of food, and so they'll come in here and eat. So we got a hole in our pool for our ducks, so now it's a big feeder. They love it. They all pile in it. All right, so if we can, let's go out and see if we can shoo them in here. Okay, so they're coming out of the pond. Hopefully they're all gonna go in there. All right, plan B. The big ducks know several ways out, so we're not containing them, which is okay with me because they stay right around here. We're just gonna let these out in this pen. I don't think these are gonna be looking for a way out today. And if they do, I'm hoping that they're gonna get with the group and that this is gonna work out just fine, because these aren't flying yet, so I'm hoping they're gonna stick close by. I'm gonna show them where the feed is, and then hopefully they'll come just like the rest of them do. All right, we are going to open this pen up and we are just going to let them out with the rest of them. So, you ready? We're going to run them right out the gate, or let them out. If they're going to get out, I'd rather them get out with these few last members of the big group. You can see the rest of the group's out there. I'd rather not leave them in here by themselves. So we're going to step back and just let them come on out. So last time with our big group of ducks, I really stressed about how we were going to let them out and let them free range. It was just scary to let them out of the pen, and then they took care of it themselves. So this time I'm letting them out. I'm just going to believe that their instincts are going to just take care of it. They're going to be okay, and they're going to join the rest of the group because they're already hanging out with some members of the group, and I just don't want the group to run off and leave them. All right, are you going to take them and be good to them? You going to look after them? Okay. We're now trying to lure them out. I'm gonna say all is good. They've got a couple members of the big group in here with them. They're playing and having a blast. I'm gonna say we walk away and we come back in a little bit and check on the status of things. And I'm just going to keep a check on them throughout the day. They're just having a blast. It has been at least an hour. All but one of the big group have left. You can see a couple out there, and then there's 4 there. So there's 5 hookbills, and then we got 1 still in here from the big group. So what I am going to do is I am going to close this up because the hookbills have not found the holes to escape yet. Those guys out there and girls can come back in these holes. They figured out how to get in and out. See, he just did it. The hookbills just watched. They may go out before our eyes. Who knows? I actually think the hookbills are going to stay in here. So I'm going to close this pen up. These out here will be coming and going all day. And then I think pretty quickly they're just going to be part of the big group. They were getting along just fine. So I think this is just going to work itself out just fine. And they may actually find their way out here in the next little bit, because that one has got its head under. It's all but out. And I think if they do, they're going to hang pretty close to that big group. Our ducks so far have all been sticking together. So So we are going to keep you updated on all the ducks and how these hookbills fit in, and that's a little bit about them and why we got them. Like I said, if you're interested in hookbills, they are endangered, and the more people raising them, the better, so we can keep these species around. I'm just really excited. I love the ducks. The hookbills are supposed to lay a variety of colors of eggs, blues and greens and whites and all kinds of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm hoping it's not too long till we start getting duck eggs, because I really want to try them. In fact, they're higher in protein, fat, and omega-3 fatty acids than chicken eggs. So they're actually a lot more healthy. Not saying we won't continue to eat chicken eggs, because we will, but I definitely am looking forward to some duck eggs as well. But I've also heard people say they didn't care for them. They were too strong and they didn't like them. So I can't wait to try them for ourselves and make our own judgment on it. And we will keep you guys posted on all of that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.